That the king I swore.
Alright YouTube, today we're going to be doing a high ball fade with the number 2 on top. And I'm going to be showing y'all step by step how to knock it out. I'm going to do it on one side and I'll go ahead and do the other side, but I'll just show y'all how to do it on one side of the head so y'all can get the idea of how to do it. Let's go. Shout out to my boy KP for being a good model and always letting me do stuff on his head when he comes in and do little YouTube videos and TikTok videos. So shout out to my boy KP. And so yeah, I went over the top with a number 2. So now I'm opening the lever all the way up and I'm gonna do that all the way to the front of the temple area. When you're cutting into the hair, just make sure you're not scared to get in there. Push that clipper in there, get in there. Don't be afraid. This haircut right here is pretty simple. 2 on top, high ball fade. So I'm gonna keep the steps pretty easy and simple on here. You know, just come back and detail at the end and it should come out pretty nice. Grab your number 1, open that lever all the way up, which makes it a 1.5. That 1.5 should fade right into that number 2. After we do this process, we're gonna come back to that bottom line. We're gonna close the lever all the way closed with no guard on there and tap that bottom line a little bit. When taking out that bottom line, there's always 3 steps. You're gonna first do it with the lever closed, then you're gonna open the lever halfway right here, like I'm doing right now. Then you're gonna hit it up some more. Then after you do that, you're gonna open the lever all the way open. Don't get discouraged if you still see the line. Just make sure when you're done doing all your steps, you come back and you detail. That's what you come back and use your corners for. Do some slice cutting. Also, maybe grab your half guard or your number 1 and touch up the dark areas. So you can always do that at the very end. So just keep that in mind. Using our half guard all the way open, we're gonna go ahead and touch that line up and start to blend it in. And it's always good to start with the lever open because if you start with it closed, and you take out too much, you can't put it back. So if you start with the lever open and you realize like, hey, I need to close it a little bit, then you start to gradually close that blade. As you close that lever, you can start to fade it out and you'll see the blend start blending out. And then at the end, come back and we're gonna detail, make it look blurry. Some clients' hair might be harder to fade than other clients because, you know, some people's hair is just different. Some people got thick hair, some people got thin hair. Some people's hair just pokes up on one side and lays flat on the other side, but you just gotta make sure you use all your little techniques. Use your corners, use the left side of the blade, you know, use the right side of the teeth. Just grab your half guard if you need to, touch it up again, you know, take the guard off. Fade it up some more. Feel free to comment down below if you have any questions or concerns, whether you're a professional barber or if you're a beginner barber, just go ahead and ask. I'm an open book. I don't mind answering questions. So I did this side, I did the other side. I didn't record it, but looks good. I did the same exact steps as I did on the other side. So now I'm just basically coming back, touching up the bottom, making sure everything looks good. When starting to edge up on anybody, it's always good to start right in the middle, because of the simple fact that Some people's hair on one side recedes back farther than the other side. So you gotta make sure you start in the middle, that way you'll know what you're working with. Because you can do one side of the edge up and have it looking good. Then you turn your client to the other side and look at the other side of the head and be like, oh man, now I gotta bring this one up higher, or maybe I should have left it lower. So it's always good to start from the middle just to get a good guide, and you can work your way across. If this video helped you in any way, can you make sure to please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you very much. We're gonna go ahead and put a small design in his head to make the haircut pop out a little more. He wanted a half moon, AKA DJ screw hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in there, make it look good. Using a straight razor blade on every single cut is a must for me, except for if I have a kid in the chair that moves a lot. I won't use the straight razor on them because you don't want to cut the kids. And this razor I'm using is a Tomb 45 razor. You can get them on tomb45.com. Just make sure you dispose of each blade after each use. Always change out the razor for every customer. And if you do want to get some practice on using the straight razor blade, a good way to do it, which I learned in barber school, was to put some shaving cream on a balloon and start to shave it. If it pops, then you know you cut the client. If you don't pop the balloon, then you're doing good. Always remember, when using your straight blade, and when you pull the skin down, make sure you keep your finger behind the blade. You don't want to put your finger in front of the blade because you'll cut it. Sheesh. There it is. Looks good. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank y'all everybody for stopping by. Make sure y'all keep on tuning in for some more videos. Thank you very much. Peace. Hasta luego.